Good morning. We got a few things to cover today. Big day of college football. I lost my parlay by one game. I had $1 on the line. As usual, I don't bet a lot. I don't want to put a ton of skin in the game. It's fun. So I had an 11-leg parlay, and the only team that let me down was Cal. They lost by 5 points to Florida State. And I guess Florida State was determined not to go 0-4, so they didn't. Otherwise, I would have won, and I even won despite this game making me sweat. This Colorado-Baylor game, I want to show you quickly the Hail Mary pass that tied the game to send it to overtime. This is a cell phone video from the end zone, and just, you can, obviously in this angle you can barely see it, but what a crazy play. Little rain coming down. That's what college football is all about. Shedeur Sanders to, forgive me, I don't know who number 10 is, but what a pass. They go on to win the game, and it just, with Wester. Okay, last name, number 10, Wester. Great catch. So that one got me through. It just 10 out of 11, pretty good. So I'm feeling good for the NFL parlays today. Gonna put some money down with Andre. See what we do. $1 here. Maybe I'll get crazy and put $2 down on 2 different bets. College football was good. Watched that here in the shop yesterday. Weird, because it's a bye week for me as an Alabama fan. So I'm just like, okay, what do I do? What game do I watch? Ohio State took care of business. Was watching that one. Clemson took care of business. I think they scored almost 60 points. Those teams are good. Those teams look good. Ohio State especially, even though they struggled early, and they were, I think at one point early in the game, tied with Marshall. They end up, going up by 3-4 touchdowns. I think the spread was 31.5. It's a good team. A lot of offense. They can score really quickly. It's no wonder they're in the top 4. But Bama, we got Georgia coming up Saturday, coming up in a little less than a week. So that will be fun to watch. I will be traveling. I'll be in Austin Thursday to Sunday, so I got to find a way to record this. Probably do it on the phone. I may bring some camera equipment with me, but there'll be a show every day. That's what I'm doing here. Gonna do a show every day. Of course, I did think, it wouldn't be such a big deal if I took a day off. It'd be all right. But I like doing the show. Just daily. It's sports. It's less than 20 minutes. Not much to it. And I enjoy it, and clearly some of you enjoy it also. Let's do a little update on the Ohtani 50-50 home run ball. So the person who snagged it, there's some reports, some conflicting, some are in agreement that this guy was in his 50s. I saw one article say that he's already a millionaire. If you had that seat at the game in Miami, chances are you probably make $1 million or more a year. So I'm not surprised that when the Dodgers offered him $300,000, he turned it down. I think the ball is worth $1 million. I'd say at this moment in time, $500,000 wouldn't be a bad offer, but I think you can do a lot with it. I think you can get more than just money out of it. Maybe you can get a car. Maybe you can get tickets for life. I don't know. Plus the money. This is the prime time to get leverage and negotiate. If you have this baseball, you got to know. And if you've made $1 million, or allegedly this person who has the ball is a millionaire, do what you've done best, which is make more money. It's like the rich get richer, and this is just a situation of that. So many people reaching for it. There's the one picture of the fan I already talked about who's like inches from getting the ball. Life-changing money. This ball right here, life-changing money. Speaking of life-changing money, and I'm going to make this quick, Treasure Games offers you the opportunity to win life-changing money by finding one of our wish lamps nationwide right now. Region 1 is active in the Pacific Northwest, but we are all across the country. All you have to do is solve clues and find a real-life genie lamp. It's like our equivalent of the Shohei Ohtani 50-50 home run ball. You find this, and you cash in. Anywhere from $200,000 to $1.2 million, we've given our players the opportunity to win over $2.8 million. Our players have won. So incredible stuff. Check that out. Links in the description. It just, that fit in. The timing fit in. This 50-50 ball, one of the most significant home run balls, at least in the last 20 years, but really in the history of baseball, because of the significance of the day. The 6 for 6, the 10 RBIs, the 17 total bases, something that hadn't been done since the 1920s. And also, Ohtani just having Bob Costas put it this way, like, for what it's worth, like everything else, all things considered, this could have been the greatest single day in baseball history for a player, like statistically. And he even got thrown out trying to leg out a triple at third. So he was a triple away from the cycle. Had he not been thrown out at third, he would have also had the cycle. Think about that for a second. That's crazy. So this home run ball, this 50-50 ball, I think the prices are going to keep going up. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ken Golden get in the mix. Some of these auction houses, athletes, people that want to throw their money around, look cool. I think they're going to get involved in this little chase. So we're going to follow this some more. Another thing that popped up here was C.J. Abrams staying up until 8 a.m. in the casino when he had a day game in Chicago. Of course, he was in Chicago. And it was really giving me some Michael Jordan Last Dance vibes, that story when after one of the Eastern Conference Finals games, Jordan and his dad went to Atlantic City, stayed in the casino till the wee hours of the morning. I think it was 12 to 2 a.m. I don't know, something like that, just to get away from the press and everything. But 8 a.m., that's wild. I've been to Vegas. I've definitely been awake until 8 a.m. And look, I've done it. I'm not going to lie. But I didn't have a baseball game to play the next day. And I want to spin this in a positive direction and not pile on, because clearly Abrams going through something if that's what you're doing before a game and you're playing in the major leagues. His manager, Dave Martinez, behind him, they had a moment together, emotional moment, and clearly there's a lot of internal work that CJ is about to go on a journey to work on, is working on. We don't know, but look, guy's a player, great player, ton of potential. That's why it's tough to see. But remember, he's 24 years old. And when I was 24 years old, I didn't have the best decision-making capabilities in my brain. And I could only imagine when I'm getting all that money from baseball, like he's got a $752,400 salary while in the major leagues and $362 in the minors. So what's it saying? The decision option to option Abrams is going to cost him about $19,000. But look, to put it in perspective, again, if you have all that money and you're 24, it's just tempting to not, want to spend it. Can't knock the guy for, he's not doing anything illegal. He just doesn't quite have his priorities in order. And I know it'd be easy for us to say, oh man, what a privilege to play baseball. I'm getting paid all this money. I get to play a game. But I've never been in that situation. And I want to compare some of the story to the catcher that we talked about from the minor leagues, who was giving away signs because he wanted the season to end. So now it's one thing you want the season to end, but Abrams, he was going to play. He was, ready to play. He was going to play that same day. But he wasn't trying to quit baseball while the other guy was trying to quit baseball. Both players going through something. Clearly, there's more to be unpacked there for each guy. And I'm hoping that this is the beginning of a new chapter for CJ Abrams, because the guy's got a ton of potential, already proving himself at the major league level. Just, hey, needs to get back to basics and kind of rebuild a new version of himself and hopefully come back an all-star player that he's already shown flashes of. So there's more you can read about it, being demoted to the minor leagues for staying up till 8 a.m. at the casino. I mean, that's a wild headline. Being up till 8 a.m. on the same day you have a baseball game in Chicago against the Cubs. Anyway, thought that was newsworthy. We needed to talk about it. We were talking some cards here this morning, Tim and I. We got some grades back. I'm not going to share those yet, but they were good. Excited to see some 10s. It's like delayed gratification is this card game. You've got to send stuff out, and you send out what you think will get the best grade, and then you just kind of like sit back and wait, and you got to move on and do work. And, we got stuff to do around here. We can't just sit at the window and wait for our Amazon package, or in this case, FedEx UPS package to arrive back from PSA. But we got some great grades, and we're happy, and we have a few more orders coming back in. So I think we've been discerning, and we've been selecting the right cards. And we do this for our customers. If they bring cards in they want graded, we take a look in the back under, the light and the microscope, and we'll say, hey, you can get this graded, but we don't think it's going to get an 8 or above. Or, we think it's going to be great. It's going to be a 9. We don't ever guarantee a grade. We just give you our best professional opinion on what we feel it will get. And some people just go ahead, they go, I want to get it graded anyway. I want it slabbed. It'll protect it. But we like to be upfront with the expectations of, hey, this won't get a great grade. Or, hey, maybe just send it and get it authentic, because that's good too. Like we got our Jackson Holiday 1 of 1 back, authentic, awesome. 1 of 1s are hard to price too. So excited to get that one back. But yeah, these next couple orders, the one that I just sneaked a peek at, awesome grades. So with that, starting the Sunday with some positivity. We need it for our parlays, for our $1 bets. No Patriots today because they played Thursday. Kind of got their clock cleaned. And yeah, there's much to do. Videos to edit, cards to organize. So that's the wrap for today. That's all I can think of. Duncan, I'm waking up here. It's been rainy. It's fall in New England, cloudy, rainy, and it's warm sometimes. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.